the first postseason game for the Sunset League. This Friday, the Edison Chargers, the number 4 seed in Division II, they take on the Murrieta Valley Nighthawks. Nighthawks, they went 7-3 on the season, finished 5-0, won the Southwestern League, and that's going to be a really good matchup. Cap Sheue Field, 7 o'clock Friday night.
Well, this is going to be a great game. It's going to be a shootout. That's what my prediction is. 2 very high-scoring offenses. And starting with Murrieta Valley, just looking at the talent that they have, their quarterback, Brandon Rose, he's a Utah commit, so he's a Pac-12 guy calling the offense, running the offense. They've got Tiger Bachmeyer, who, in addition to being an amazing football player, he has an all-conference name, Tiger Bachmeyer. I mean, goodness gracious. He's a 6'2" receiver. He's got 16 touchdowns this year, 1,300 yards, offers from Oregon, other Pac-12 schools. I mean, he's a guy that it's going to be really tough to deal with. So Edison, they're going to have to match the scoring of Murrieta Valley and try to find a way to stop the receivers.
Yeah, Murrieta Valley, they come in winners of 5 in a row. They swept the Southwestern League, and they scored 50.2 points per game in those wins. So a prolific offense. We talk, Howard, every week about the Edison Chargers offense. Well, they might have met their match in this opening round game in the Murrieta Valley Nighthawks. We talked to Edison wide receiver Tyler Hampton about what they're working on in practice to get ready for this tough matchup.
We're working a lot on our defense and getting a good look for our defense because they have a pretty good offense. They have a few good receivers and a really good quarterback. So we're working hard on scout and just giving our defense a good look.
Well, it's definitely going to be a challenge for the Edison defense, like we said. In addition to Rose and Bachmeyer, they've got another receiver with close to 1,000 yards. They've got 2 running backs with over 6 yards a carry. I mean, it's just a dynamic offense, as you said, averaging upwards of 50 points a game. So it's going to be a great matchup and a tough test.
Yeah, they did have one common opponent, San Clemente. Edison blew out the Tritons 42-0, and Murrieta Valley, they lost by 1, 21-20. At the same time, Murrieta Valley only lost by 1 point to Norco, who finishes the number 8 seed in Division I. So they hung with a team that's basically low Sal caliber. They barely lost to San Clemente. These are 2 very evenly matched teams.
Well, both of those games that you just mentioned, which were 1-point losses for Murrieta Valley, they were both on the road. So these are 2 tough road games. This team went in, did a good job, didn't come out with the win, but you know they're going to be better for it. And then their last game, it was a 1-point shootout. I think it was 48-49 against their rival, another road game. So this is a Murrieta Valley team that's battle-tested, similar to the Edison Chargers, who we know has had an absolutely grueling schedule this year and has gotten better from some tough losses as well.
Well, let's talk about the Chargers a little bit. We know that we believe in them, but they believe in themselves as well. You caught up with junior quarterback Parker Awad at practice this week to ask what he thinks the Edison Chargers ceiling is.
I think we could win it all, this team for sure. We've got a lot of talent, good coaching. As long as we do our jobs, I feel like we could win it all.
Well, CIF title, that's definitely the feeling around the Edison campus. You know, all those guys, they know it's week to week and they have to take care of business, but they've got a ring on their mind. And another thing I talked to Parker Awad about was, you've got these amazing receivers. You've got this running game. How do you manage it all? How do you get everybody the ball? And he just kind of looked at me like, man, I just run the offense. You know, coach puts me in a position. I know where the ball is supposed to be. I know where the receivers are supposed to be. I read the defense and get the ball to the right person. And that's a testament to the handle that Parker has on the offense, the preparation of Coach Grady, the weapons that the Edison Chargers have. So while we love what Murrieta Valley brings on offense and all that talent, the Edison Chargers, they have maybe as much and more with the depth that they bring. So it's really going to be a great game, I believe.
And we have respect for the Southwestern League because we called games for their club football team out at Winter Circle Athletics, the Southwestern Warriors, and they had some dudes out there. So, you know, I know we're Sunset Rewind, but if we ever expanded, maybe Southwestern Rewind. Got a lot of respect for that football league.
Well, deep programs on both sides, and I wish I could have saw that Vista Murrieta Valley game that was 48-49, because you know it was a barn burner as well.
Okay, one final question as we wrap this up, Howard. Edison wins if what?
Edison wins if they can get pressure on the quarterback, control the line of scrimmage, and get Brandon Rose uncomfortable. We know he's going to sit back, look for Taven Lamprey, look for Tiger Bachmeyer, and try to run up the score and run up those passing yards like they have every other game. So Edison's going to have to get to the quarterback and help out their defensive back so these guys aren't in coverage all night. And then from an offensive perspective, just like I say every week, Edison just has to do what they do. Start with Troy Fletcher, hand him the ball, let him get those hard yards that he gets, and then give Parker Awad the ball and let him spread it around the field to his receivers. There's so much talent on the Edison side. They're disciplined, they're well coached. I think they have enough to run away with this thing, if I'm being honest.
Just run the plays. Like Parker Awad said, if Edison just runs the plays, executes, they definitely could go all the way.
Absolutely.